Good evening and welcome to Farm to Tray. My name is Anna Pearson and I'm the Executive Director of Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen. Back in March, when it became clear that New York City was going to have to take some extraordinary measures to combat coronavirus, the staff here and I had some concerns. We wondered whether we would be able to stay open, if we'd be allowed to do so, and then if we did, would we have the people on site in the numbers we would need to support our operations? Would we have the monetary and food donations we would need to meet what we knew was going to be increasing need? Well, I'm very grateful to report this evening that throughout this pandemic, we have not missed a day of service. And this has only been possible because our community has come together. We have an extraordinary, courageous staff. We welcomed a small group of volunteers who arrived unsummoned, but most welcome. All of this helped keep our operations going. Our culinary partners assisted us and advised us. And so many dedicated people donated money, donated masks they had made at home, cheered us on, and spread the word about the work that we were doing. All this heartfelt support has allowed us to serve a record-breaking number of meals during this COVID crisis. So now I'd like to ask you to take a moment and call a friend or send an email, a tweet, an instant message, or a direct message, or a text. Ask somebody that you know and love to watch this with you tonight. I know not everybody has the ability to donate financially, but for those who do, please do so. Every dollar that you donate goes to providing a nutritious meal to sustain one of our neighbors in need. And while you do that, I want to take this moment to say a very special thank you to our sponsors this evening, to all of the Holy Apostles volunteers who have stood with us over the years, and to our donors and dedicated staff members who have served on the front lines of this pandemic throughout. Tonight is a celebration. So I invite you to enjoy some entertainment, some tips and tricks from our culinary partners, some mixology and cooking demonstrations. And wherever you are, if you get out your recipe cards and follow along at home, you might want to post your creations to social media with the hashtag #FarmToTray, and we'll share them. Thank you for joining us this evening, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, my name is Kevin. I'm with the culinary team for Whole Foods Market, and I am here at our Manhattan West store, one of the newest stores in the Hudson Yards neighborhood of New York. I'm here at the West Side corner and I'm going to be preparing one of our exclusive cocktails, the Whole Foods Market Mule. The reason why it's exclusive is because it contains Farm One basil, which is grown just across the store, and the basil is also used in our pizza venue just across the store. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our beautiful Farm One basil leaves. You can see it's got those beautiful flowers. We're going to take a couple of leaves right off of there. We'll come back to the flowers later. And then we're going to take a couple of the lime wheels. We're going to put those in there. We're going to muddle this. We're not going to smash it. We're going to twist the muddler. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring out the oils and the flavors from the basil and the lime. You just want to muddle for about 15-20 seconds. Then we're going to fill it with ice. Our vodka, we're going to take 2 ounces. Here at the West Side corner, we have a choice of 1911, which is a small batch vodka. We have Tito's, which is American vodka, and then we also have Stoli, which is a Russian vodka. So we're going to take that. We're going to top it with the Kavita ginger kombucha. Traditionally, you'd use a ginger beer, but we're going to use the kombucha. That's a little Whole Foods exclusive for you. And then we're going to take our basil flowers and we're going to garnish with a couple of those and a couple of lime wheels. So there you have it, our Whole Foods Market meal featuring the Farm One basil grown here at Westside Corner. Due to COVID restrictions, we will be serving them to-go style in these glass bottles, but come on down to the Westside Corner and our bartenders will be happy to make one for you fresh.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, and welcome to the 8th Annual Farm to Tray event. While it may look a little different this year, its mission remains unchanged: to bring attention and resources to the issues of hunger, sustainability, and food waste. The economic downturn resulting from COVID-19 has left millions of New Yorkers unable to afford food, forcing many to reduce meal sizes or skip meals entirely, compromising their health in the process. At the same time, farmers across the country, including in upstate New York, have been forced to destroy millions of pounds of food that they could no longer sell due to the closing of restaurants, hotels, and schools. That's why Governor Cuomo and I prioritized the launch of Nourish New York as an initiative as part of our statewide COVID-19 response. Nourish New York reroutes surplus agricultural products to the populations who need them through New York's network of food banks. Similar to our Nourish New York initiative, Farm to Tray sources New York produce and agricultural goods to the meal programs at Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen, New York's largest soup kitchen. Early on in the crisis, Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen grew their pantry program in response to the growing need as more and more people are struggling financially and facing food insecurity. Incredibly, they served over 500,000 meals since January alone. Whether you're a volunteer, a staff member, or a donor, thank you for offering a lifeline to New Yorkers struggling with hunger and hardship. You are truly the unsung heroes of this pandemic, and on behalf of all New Yorkers, I thank you.
Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen started almost 40 years ago in 1982 with 35 meals, and from that moment on, Holy Apostles decided it would be open every weekday, including holidays, to serve meals to its neighbors who were struggling with hunger. From that day, Monday through Friday, every single day, we have not missed a single meal service. Even in 1990, when workmen who were repairing the roof accidentally started a fire that led to immense destruction of the church, the soup kitchen still served lunch in an undamaged adjoining building the very next day. Fast forward 30 more years, and the soup kitchen has served through the tragic 9/11 terrorist attacks, the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, and the global health pandemic that is our present-day reality.
If anyone who's watching has never been here or seen it, I mean, it's amazing just to see these round tables with 10 or 12 at a table dotted all around the church, and it's a magnificent, gracious church with the vaulted ceiling, and it just looks, it's a wonderful place to have it. It's not institutional or anything. It's terrific, and it's, you know, just to look at what goes on sometimes, it's amazing, especially if there's a group playing music and someone's down here getting their mail, and you know, it's so chaotic and busy, but in a good way.
We offer so much more than just a hot meal. People would take advantage of our computer classes or job referrals. They could have soup kitchen IDs made that help them get the basic documentation needed to apply for housing or a job. And we had volunteer counselors available to help our guests access basic needs like clothing and toiletries, or to counsel them through difficult situations like finding permanent housing or more intensive clinical supports. We even offered meditation sessions, movie Tuesdays, and a writer's workshop.
Once somebody writes something, they become three-dimensional in a way that they weren't before. It's a miracle that writing does, is that it makes you something else. No matter who does it, it makes you something else. And so that the people who wrote, and there were hundreds probably over the years, you know, it's just like everything has more dimension to it. Sue Shapiro, who then later taught with us, put together a book called Food for the Soul of pieces that had been written in the workshop. And a lot of those guests became, you know, they were like on CBS This Morning reading their poetry, and, you know, and people recognized them.
Well, I think it's total experience when somebody comes here. They don't just get a meal. They get people that are willing to listen to them, to talk to them. They get a haircut if they need it. I got one of my students connected here to give haircuts. And they get clothes, but I think the most important thing is that they get to feel like human beings.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Williams and I'm a Network Capacity Manager at City Harvest, New York City's largest food rescue organization. City Harvest and Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen were both founded in the 1980s with the goal of feeding our neighbors in need. For 30 plus years, we've worked hand in hand. We've grown together, we've adapted together, and we've continued to get nutritious meals to New Yorkers. We've worked through many a crisis together. It includes 9/11, after the Great Recession of 2008, and Hurricane Sandy. And COVID-19 is no different.
So here's a little segment of some of the performers who appeared on the 85th birthday celebration that we did in honor of Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen, and we raised $16,000.
All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is just laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Hi, my name's Ginger Pierce, and I'm the executive chef for Jam's Restaurant at One Hotel Central Park. Today, I thought I'd share with you some tips and tricks about one of the most commonly used items in cooking, the onion. Since coronavirus is already making us all sad, I figured I could help you reduce the tears that you feel when you cut the onion. Here's 3 tips to get that enzyme that comes out under control. First of all, even though you store the onion at room temperature, you can refrigerate it for up to an hour before cutting it, and that is going to make it less pungent. Also, it helps to have a very sharp knife. Thirdly, if you do it in a part of your kitchen where there's more air circulation or flow, under the hood fan or near an open window, that can really help as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Ivan Lemois and welcome to Casa Nomad. Today we have a very special day. Since we can't be all together for the Farm to Tray event by Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen, we're going to bring you live and direct one recipe from Casa Nomad that you can make at home. And today is all about quesadillas. So we make a very special style of quesadilla from Oaxaca. So we start by getting this little tlayuda made 100% out of corn, crispy. We get it directly from Oaxaca, and then we're going to build on it. So let me see, this is hot. Nah, it's good. So a little trick I like to use, if your quesadilla doesn't fit inside, just flip it. And you can build it just like that. Quesadilla is super simple. On the base, you're gonna start with some shredded mozz. Top it with some Oaxaca cheese, which is very similar to like a fresh Mott's. We follow it up with some roasted tomatoes. We make these in-house with some rosemary, thyme, garlic, olive oil. You can really just use whatever you want in this case. But it's the end of the summer, so we're all about the tomatoes and the corn. So grilled corn. A little bit of chili. Inside, we're gonna top it with a little bit of salt. We're gonna throw it in a hot oven, 350 to 400 degrees. And if you can, just crank it up until it gets nice and piping hot. In the meantime, J. Mickey Perez is gonna play us out. Hit it. Dale. All right, now once the quesadilla comes out, it's gonna be nice and melty, really, really gooey. So what you do, or what we do here at the restaurant, is you open this up, serve it like a pizza. Here, we're gonna top it with some shredded kale. We toss this in a little bit of dressing to kind of get it nice and juicy and creamy. The dressing has jalapenos and crema, cilantro, all Mexican flavors. And then a little bit of manchego cheese, which is a Spanish cheese. A little extra salty. And you just finish it like a pizza. Makes a great party snack, but we also eat it just all the time, hot and cold. Look at that bad boy. Dale. So this is the Oaxaca style quesadilla here at Casa Nomad. Come check it out. Up next, learn how Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen managed to provide over 1,000 hot meals a day in the middle of a pandemic.
In late February to early March, it became more and more clear that New York City would not be spared from the devastating toll of the COVID-19 virus. The leadership team at Holy Apostles began to meet daily to discuss what the pandemic would mean for the Soup Kitchen's community of volunteers, staff, and guests. On March 13th, when Governor Cuomo declared a state of emergency, the Soup Kitchen temporarily suspended its volunteer program and announced its daily hot meal service would transition to grab-and-go hot meal distribution in the courtyard of the church. Every day we learned something new about how we needed to adjust our operation, and while today we have adjusted to the new way of doing business, but back in March, like so many of you, we had more questions than we had answers. The following videos and interviews will take you back to the early days of the food crisis in New York City.
I've been on the street for a number of years, and there's really, the only way I could perhaps get out of it is if I win the lottery. And here in New York City, you have soup kitchens, which you don't have in even smaller cities. If they do have them, they basically just cater. They offer maybe a meal once a week or so, but here, at least at this place, you have 5 meals a week, so that's really good. That's the reason why I'm in the area, and I'm very thankful for it, because it's the only meal I have during the course of the day. On weekends, I basically just subsist on cookies, crackers, bagels, and stuff like that, which is not very good. I get a kick out of it when they talk about having homes and stuff. People like myself, we don't, and we never go to shelter either. I sleep on the sidewalk every day, all year long, from January 1st to December 31st. Even if it's 20 below zero, I sleep on the sidewalk. Everything is closed, so I can't go to a coffee cafe as I have before. So I'm on the street outside 24 hours a day, which is not very good because there have been some very, very cold days and cold nights. And I sleep on the sidewalk, so it's not very cool.
I mean, we as a culture, as a society, we need to find a way to protect these people. But I think that that is always the case, and that we haven't, as a culture and society, done a good job in the first place to do that. And this crisis is making it more visible.
Same with like Harlem and all this kind of tight stuff. Like,
Thank you, thank you. Thanks. That's why I really believe it's so important that places like this that are meeting basic needs for people, it's more important than ever to ensure that we're getting, we're working right now to try to get donations of hand sanitizer so we can give it out to people, and different like cleaning cloths and things, because it's very frustrating. They can't wash their hands before they eat, it's and there's no real place to do that. Before, you would have a public restroom in a public park, or again, you could go into certain establishments and use the bathrooms there, but there's no option.
And the food is very good considering the circumstances. Like, for example, they had a very, very good noodle soup the first week, and the food is very, very good. I even complimented the chef for what he's done. I'm very thankful for it.
Hi, welcome to Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen Farm to Tray event. I'm Kim Husky from Google, where I'm a leader of Google's internal food program. When the Google workforce started working from home, we were able to donate enough food to provide 14,000 meals. So through our collaboration with Holy Apostles, I've learned more about food insecurity in our Chelsea community. So I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to reach outside the walls of Google and build connections with our broader community. It's been amazing to witness all the ways that we have been able to partner with Holy Apostles over the years. I remember how excited the team was to bring our Google food truck to the Farm to Tray Gala in 2016. It's an electric truck. It only goes 5 miles per hour. And we had to rent a flatbed truck. It was pretty fun in order to get it to the gala. Later that year, we started delivering rescued food from our cafes. And over the holidays, we were able to donate and deliver 400 turkeys for all the guests at Holy Apostles. Google's also gotten our employees involved, and they volunteer on many days. And the chefs and volunteers at Holy Apostles have shown me that the more you give and engage with your community, the more you're inspired to continue giving and also inspire others to join this community of care.
Hi, my name is Frank Tujog, but most people call me Chef Frank since my last name is a doozy. I've been volunteering with the Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen since the inception of the Farm to Tray event. It truly brings me great joy knowing that in some way, my efforts help provide the resources for Holy Apostles to make food for hungry New Yorkers that they so greatly need. This wouldn't work without the generosity of all of you. You make this happen. So what does food mean to you? To me, food is life. Food is personal. Food is love. My passion for food slowly simmered, just like Aunt Nancy's sauce on a Sunday, throughout my childhood as I watched generations of hardworking women put their heart and soul into all the food that they made for their families. My mom put love into every dish she made, both for us, her family, and for all of the children in the New York City public schools whom she cooked for in their cafeteria for over 2 decades. So ask yourself, what does food mean to you? And remember, when you're cooking, cook local, cook seasonal, and cook vegetables. Again, thank you for your support.
A few minutes ago, you heard from Ted, one of the many guests who rely on Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen for a meal, oftentimes the only meal they eat on a given day. By participating in this year's Farm to Tray, you are ensuring that meal is of the same quality and nutritional value as what you would serve to your own loved ones. Tonight is about celebrating you and everyone in our community who has made it possible for us to stay open during the global health pandemic. But we also must recognize that many of our guests, particularly those who rely on our new pantry program, are already worrying about what the upcoming holiday season will look like for their families. That is why tonight at Farm to Tray, we are launching our 9th annual Fast-a-thon. Every year on the Thursday before Thanksgiving, we ask our supporters to pledge to eat one meal in solidarity with our guest and to create a personal fundraising campaign to help raise awareness and funding for the Soup Kitchen's hunger relief efforts. Fast-a-thon is a great way to support the Soup Kitchen, especially if you're not in a position to donate right now. So please, join us on November 19th in raising critical funds that will ensure all of our guests can enjoy a special meal during the holiday season. You can learn more or sign up to be a fundraiser by texting HEAL HUNGER to 44321.
Maybe back in April, maybe May. It was still a little chilly out, and it was one of our first big rainstorms. And I was outside, and at that point we had just started using the hand washing station. And I was outside and it really started raining, and my umbrella broke. And I'm standing out there, and it's still a little chilly. I'm getting poured on, I'm drenched, but I'm like, I have to stand out here. I have to help the line and control and this and that. So I just put up with it, and people are just going on with their business, because a lot of them who are homeless, this is what they experience day in and day out. And when I got home and I was freezing, I cleaned myself up, whatnot, and the only thing that I thought, and I remember when my roommates walked in, the one thing that I thought is, I have the ability to come home. And there are some people out on that line who need Holy Apostles every single day, and they couldn't get that benefit, that privilege that I had, just to be able to go home.
Yes, I'm volunteering here because coming here, when I came here, it was just, it was great to come here. It was a blessing to come here. Having a nutritious meal and volunteers smiling in your face and showing that they love you and care. And it just brought me some hope, because I did lose hope and I was down and out. And they had the trailers outside where you can get services. I just felt real great, and fell in love with the church. It's a very wonderful, it's awesome church, but it just touched my heart how they made me feel. And I said, so besides this, I go to other places where I eat too, but I said that I wanted to stay here until I wanted to become a volunteer here until I can't volunteer anymore. It touched my heart so much to where it caused me to want to be a volunteer.
Hello, Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen. On behalf of United Way of New York City, I'm happy to be able to honor and recognize you tonight for your incredible dedication and commitment to serving New Yorkers in need of a good, nutritious meal and your signature hospitality as you celebrate tonight's virtual Farm to Tray event. We reached out to Holy Apostles at the start because we knew you had the power to make a meaningful impact, and we're so fortunate that you have had the vision and expertise to scale up during this time of unprecedented hardship. Thank you so much, Holy Apostles. We couldn't thank you enough for all that you've done. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Donna Lamb, and I'm a very long-time volunteer at the Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen. I've been volunteering for over 15 years. One of the things that just thrilled me, and it's giving me goosebumps even as I'm starting to tell you, that the way that I saw that there was nothing like, oh my God, what do we do next? It was the way that Michael and Reverend Anna and the chef, Chris Molinari, man, they were right there. They jumped right in, they hit the ground running, and it had to be the operation as normal, had to shut down on a Friday, and on Monday there they were at the end of the driveway serving bag lunches to everybody, and within 1 week they were also providing a hot meal in a takeout container to take with it. And it was just so beautiful and so inspiring, and it's just wonderful. And I see now they also do the food pantry that they've added, and just the way that they've been so flexible and so enterprising and imaginative, and to make it all work, and it's great. And this is something that I really wanted you to know about, because to see the quantity and the quality of food that they are providing in different ways each week is something else. And needless to say, it takes a lot of money to do this. And all of us need to be as generous as we can be. That's one of the ways that, if you can't come and volunteer yourself, that's a way to be pivotal in what we're doing there, to feed people and give services. And the money is spent very, very wisely and well. And it's something you can really be proud of being a part of.
Performing for all the patrons that are getting free meals from the Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen and doing jazz standards, soul music, and everyone's loving it.
We come here maybe once a month and we play a bunch of songs for the people eating, so it's just a lot of fun. Everybody loves music so much, and it's in everybody's lives. And if you can just bring that to somebody, that's something special.
Hi everyone, I'm Caroline Schiff, pastry chef here at Gage & Tolner, and I've been a supporter of the Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen since 2014. They are one of the city's most vital resources for people who are struggling with food insecurity, and we have to support them, we have to keep them alive. During the pandemic, I came up with a super easy pantry cookie recipe, and you can get the full recipe with all of the details in the Farm to Tray cookbook, which will be out soon. But for now, I wanted to share this quick tip, how to freeze your cookie dough so you can have fresh cookies anytime you want them. Whenever I make a batch, I scoop it into balls just like this with this super affordable cookie scooper, and then I freeze them. That way I can bake off fresh cookies anytime I need them.
Hello, I'm Robert Austin Cho of Kimchi Smoked Barbecue here in Westwood, New Jersey. I want to share something that's been on my mind about naming a dish. I think you should have a good name to your dish. Get creative, but don't call something by a continent, such as Asian barbecue or Asian ribs, Asian slaw. Pick a country like Korean ribs. Pick an ingredient like soy garlic wings. There's no such thing as an Asian cuisine per se, so it gets a little lost in translation of what you're trying to accomplish. Or you could be like me and simply name it after yourself. I had the Cho Nut, Cholander fries, Austin Cho, but maybe you're not as narcissistic as I am. Anyway, thank you for your time, thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Up next, learn about the new and expanded pantry program here at Holy Apostles and the wide variety of people it serves.
As we became accustomed to serving grab-and-go hot meals in our courtyard, we began to plan for a major expansion of our pantry program. We knew, and still know, that people who were hurting before COVID are now squeezed even more. Millions of people who never thought they'd need to visit a soup kitchen or food pantry are now facing hunger every day and are forced to choose between paying bills or buying groceries, often for their children. In the pandemic economy, nearly 1 in 8 households doesn't have enough to eat. The lockdown, with its epic lines at food banks, including ours, has revealed what was hidden in plain sight, that the struggle to make food last long enough and to get food that's healthy is a persistent one for millions of Americans.
Hi, my name is Anita Tisdale, and I'm the Senior Director of Member Engagement at Food Bank for New York City. During times of crisis, strategic alliances with partners like Holy Apostles, these were key to making sure that we were getting meals onto the plates of New Yorkers who needed them. Food Bank designated Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen as one of our community response partners to serve the city as a hub for communities that were facing both significant closures of other providers and that were seeing rising food insecurity.
Before COVID-19, our pantry program served about 80 households and distributed enough groceries to prepare around 840 meals per week. Today, we are serving almost 500 households and distributing enough groceries to prepare around 22,000 meals per week. It took a village to make this happen. In total, we received 500,000 pounds of donated, rescued, and repurposed food from our community partners. In order to provide well-rounded, nutritious meals, we had to purchase food to complement these food donations. We were able to make these purchases and respond to the increased need in large part due to one-time donations from everyday individuals just like you, plus time-limited emergency funding from philanthropy and the city and the state.
Hi, my name is Emily Gartenberg, and I'm part of Team No Kid Hungry New York. Holy Apostles has a long-standing record of supporting families and individuals struggling with hunger in New York City. This was a natural partnership for us as we sought to keep families and kids from sliding into hunger due to the pandemic. As families struggle to make ends meet, it's more important than ever to ensure that they have access to the food they need.
Hello, my name is Zach Pearson, and I am a volunteer at Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen. Every day I see more and more food, but also every day I see more and more food go out the door because of how much need there is in the community right now. And the only thing that keeps that food coming back around in the cycle so that we can keep replenishing the shelves is your donations. So for me, that's one of the big things for the guests.
Because it's all just words, a specter of conjecture. I'll take the silent treatment when words get in the way. Oh, politician, magician, you made your point. Another night, another day, needless to say, I heard the blues this morning before I saw first light. Insinuation of the daytime, long before it got bright. My unnameable self lives within the dark, full of innuendo, of a very hungry shark. Needless to say, needless to say, I love you. Needless to say, needless to say, needless to say, I love you. I wanna fly on the fast plane and get there before I'm gone, 'cause action speaks louder. I've gone to red from blonde. That jet's been grounded, flying for a song. In the wake of the jet stream, blown before the storm. Needless to say, a part of me. Needless to say, I love you. Needless to say, a part of me. Needless to say, I love you. In the heat of the moment, in the heat, in the heat, in the heat of the moment, in the heat, in the heat of the moment, needless to say.
I'm Russell Jackson. This is Kate Chun, beverage director here at Reverence Restaurant. We're here on behalf of Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen today. Again, while we're gonna make this cocktail, you can text your donation, $1, $28 for an entire month of feeding somebody. Text Farm to Tray at 44321. That's Farm to Tray.
Hi.
Kate, okay, so we're working with, and we've been very lovely donated some product from this incredible company, Ocean Hill Brandy.
Yeah, Ocean Hill Brandy. They're actually located in Brooklyn, and we're gonna make a cocktail that's gonna complement our dish wonderfully.
See, that's the idea. We want it to kind of come together full circle. So tell me about this. Tell me about the cocktails, and just go ahead and make one because I want to eat and I'm super thirsty. So.
Okay, so basically we're kind of doing like a mix between a highball and maybe like a mule.
Okay.
So we're starting with the brandy. I'm gonna do 1.5 ounces of that. I'm gonna add in a little banal gentian after that, which is actually made from fortified wine.
Awesome.
This has some nice like herbaceous notes to it. It's like slightly bitter.
So it'll pick up like between, and again, we're sort of mirroring that idea of the ginger and the lemon,
right,
and that umami kind of element, especially with the banal coming in there and sort of layering on top of that.
And I'm adding ginger syrup now, so that actually like complements the ginger syrup a lot. So those two together it's a good thing.
Yeah.
We're doing, sorry, that was 1/2 ounce, if I didn't say it, 1/2 ounce banal, 1/2 ounce ginger syrup, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. Yum.
Fresh.
And
I love the way she builds cocktails. It's like, this is the proper construction. You put all of your ingredients together, then you put the ice, I go the opposite way. professional.
Oh, I forgot my club soda.
Oh, you forgot club soda.
I'm gonna grab it.
All
well,
right.
Kenny's gonna grab it. It's down. Yep. Yes, Kenny. Woo! So, you shook it with ice. You're gonna pour it into your highball. Since it's highball inspired, might as well put it in a highball, right? Yay!
Soda pop. Okay.
Cool. We're using Fever Tree, which is like the fancy stuff to use. If I can actually like open it.
We're fancy.
We're just gonna top that off probably about like 2 ounces. Sorry, what?
I love Harlem.
We're gonna top it off with some fresh ice. More of that. Lots of ice.
Yeah.
And it gets a twist of lemon. Or like we like to say, an expression.
An expression of lemon.
An expression of lemon.
Very cocktail cowboy-ish.
That. There you go.
That's awesome.
Yay.
So, again, this is the, what are we calling this?
Striver's Row.
No. Striver's Alley.
Striver's Hill.
Striver's Hill.
Striver's Hill.
We're going to call this cocktail Striver's Hill.
Yeah, because, you know, Ocean Hill. And we're literally located, this is Striver's Row. So. It's like they had a baby and the name was Striver's Hill.
It's really tasty.
It is tasty. It's very bright and refreshing and bubbly.
And it should go very, very nicely with the salmon. Yeah, the Ocean Hill is like
boozy.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please, again, we're here on behalf of the Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen, and we're here to help raise funds for their Farm to Trade program. It's imperative that you donate. It's imperative that we get your help and assistance, and it is about this community and for this community. Again, text 44321 Farm to Trade. Farm to Trade to 44321. Donate $1. If you can, donate $28 and feed somebody for an entire month. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Team Reverence. And it's all about Holy Apostles. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hi, I'm Russell Jackson, and this is Reverence Restaurant. We're here today on behalf of Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen, which I dearly love and respect. The Soup Kitchen has been providing over 1,000 meals a day. And in this time of COVID here in New York City, it's important that we're supporting them. This restaurant is here to support them in their efforts in raising funds to continue to feed people every day. I'm hugely honored to do this. And we wanted to make something that was really, really simplistic and fun for you to be able to do at home. We're really fortunate that Verlasso salmon and Ocean Hill apple brandy. Really simple dish. You're going to be able to complete this at home. Try to find the best products that you can. Find the best produce that you can. Go to the farmer's market. We're really fortunate that we have some great vendors that always supply us because, again, quality matters. So this is a little bit of our fun parchment paper. We're going to go ahead and take this parchment paper and just cut a really simple, large circle. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do a really simple fold, and literally, I have a trash can here. I don't put it on my floor, like other chefs I know. So, we're just going to do a simple little cut. You can do this with a knife. Always best to do it with scissors. So, I'm just cutting the edges off because what I'm going to do is do this simple little fold, and this is our cooking palette. Okay, so a simple little mixing bowl. We're gonna go ahead and put some of our leeks, a little bit of the red onion, some of the beautiful squash, and what we're gonna do is pre-season this. Now, the salmon has been cut and prepped and scored. I've rubbed it with a little bit of olive oil that had a little bit of fennel in it, some salt. I prefer to use white pepper in this, but black pepper is classic for the dish and will give it a nice balance. Of course that. A little squeeze of lemon juice. Now this all makes sense, you'll see in a minute. Splash of olive oil. Good quality, please. All of that's really important. Splash of shio-koji. And this is essentially liquid MSG. And it's just to give it an umami flavor, that extra little on your palate. Just gonna give that like tablespoon. That was a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna add in another tablespoon of the delicious Ocean Hill Brandy. And a little pinch of ginger. Now that ginger and the lemon with the brandy is going to give it this wonderful flavor profile that'll really enhance this wonderful salmon, this absolutely really cool salmon from Veralasso. Now, I'm going to simply make a nice bed of my vegetables and onions. And you know, you can substitute these out a little bit. You could use different types of squash. You could do just onions. You could do carrots, cabbage. Now I want all of that ingredient, including the liquid, on there, okay? Here's a really simple and easy part. We're gonna take this beautiful filet, okay? Place it right on top. We're gonna take a lemon. We're gonna make a couple very nice thin slices. Take these beautiful slices. We're just gonna put those on top. Yum, yum. Another little pinch of salt on the top, right? A little pinch of the ginger on top. So, I've got the ingredients in here. We've got the vegetables on the bottom, all arranged nicely. We've got the salmon on top, a little bit of lemon, the ginger, and we're going to put, now you can use, again, I highly recommend that you use the best quality butter that you can find. We use an imported Baudelaire butter from France that's hand churned and kind of difficult to get, but it's something that we truly love and adore, and it makes our food spectacular. So this is the basic fleur de sel Baudelaire butter. We do have it here available at Reverence. A little bit of butter. Now we're going to do the simple fold. Again, you've got this line. We're going to do the fold over, and we're going to fold the first corner in, right? You see that? I'm going to fold the first corner in, and then we're just going to continue to fold over top of that fold and keep rotating the fish around, pressing down the whole time. And this is creating a sealed container that will steam the fish and cook it through very nicely. So I don't want to fold on top. I want to kind of go on a semicircle. And this will, we're going to get to the end here. And when I get to the end, right, I'm come across, and instead of folding on top, I'm going to fold towards the bottom. And that will keep it in place, and it's a beautiful little package. Now, I've done thousands of these in my career, hundreds of thousands of these in my career. It takes a little bit of practice. Take just a piece of paper and practice the folds. It's really, really simple once you sort of understand the concept of it. And again, you could take tin foil and do the same thing, but I would put a little bit of olive oil in the tin foil, fold it over, and then just crimp the edges. Just as simple, works just as well. The paper is classic and quite nice. We put that carefully on top of our sheet pan, and we go to an oven that's been preset to 385 degrees. But you already know that. You can see that the package is puffed, good color. You can see a little bit of the browning on the sides. The liquid's really nice. Now, we're gonna place a little fresh herbs. This is oxalis. Again, we grow that here from Farm 1. A little fresh mint. And voila. Salmon en papillote with summer vegetables. I'm Russell Jackson, and this is Reverence. We're here on behalf of Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen. We'd like to thank Ocean Hill Brandy as well as Verlasso Salmon. Thank you so much. Please donate everything that you can, anything that you can. Farm to Tray at 44321. That's Farm to Tray at 44321. Please text what you can. We really need the help.
Thank you for joining us tonight at Farm to Tray, our virtual celebration of food and community. I hope you enjoyed learning from our culinary partners, and maybe you were inspired to try a few new things in your own kitchens. In the coming days, our staff is going to be reaching out to you with a virtual gift bag that will contain all the recipes from this evening's program, as well as a few perks that we hope that you'll enjoy. So be on the lookout for that email. But before I leave you to your own culinary creations, I want to ask that you help provide a meal of the same quality as the meal that you saw Chef Russell Jackson prepare this evening. If you can donate, you will ensure that families with children, the newly unemployed, veterans, and our unhoused neighbors all have access to the nutritious groceries and meals that they need in order to survive. If they could, I know that our guests would thank you all from the bottom of their hearts. You and all your fellow donors have generosity and faith in Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen that allow us to do the work we do in providing meals that sustain and nourish all of our neighbors.
Hi, my name's Ginger Pierce, and I'm the executive chef for Jam's Restaurant at 1 Hotel Central Park. I just was hoping to share with you a little bit of tips and tricks about, see, I'm like, there we go.
Take this parchment paper and cut some of this great, we're gonna cut those.
I'm also gonna show you some of the best ways to cut an onion. So,
Wait, I didn't start. 1, 2, 3.
When you count down, you go
3, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry.
You don't count the one, you just show the finger.
Oh, okay. So can I do that again?
Hi, I'm Russell Jackson, and I'm here for the Farm to Table program for
Up next, some more tips and tricks from a what? Tips and tricks from And now I'm pleased to present some entertainment from local performers who generously donated their time and talent to benefit the soup kitchen. Very long sentence, Sarah. And now I'm pleased to present some entertainment from local artists who generously know best.